Thursday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Facebook, thanks for tuning in this evening for some exciting nutrition content that we are going to dive into surrounding the exciting, up and coming, right around the corner, CrossFit Open 2018. The Big 18 is here, and if you are a CrossFit athlete and a CrossFit enthusiast, you're freaking psyched out of your mind. Me personally, I've never participated in the Open, but I've heard great things, and I do love a good physical and mental challenge. I wish each and every one of you participating nothing but the best. And remember, at the end of the day, you're just competing against yourself. Be your best and make sure you're fueling, hydrating, and recovering like a champion so that you can perform your best. But tonight, we're going to get a little specific with our CrossFit Open chat and specifically discuss whether or not you should continue with your paleo diet during the CrossFit Open, or especially when you're completing the CrossFit Open workouts. Now, before we get into the specifics, let's real briefly recap what the heck a paleo diet is. And the main takeaway here is that a paleo diet is set up, in a way that you do not eat most of the common types of carbohydrates out there. The grains, a lot of the starches, the beans, the peanuts, all those things, legumes, are thrown out the window, and you're getting the majority of your carbohydrates from fruits, vegetables, taro, root, potatoes, things of that nature. So what I'm trying to say is that when you follow a typical paleo diet, your carbohydrate options are limited. Well, here's the problem. High-intensity exercise demands carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are your body's, particularly your muscles' primary fuel source. And at the time when you're completing these CrossFit Open workouts that are, even more challenging than what you're used to doing on a weekly basis, it's a time where you actually may require more fuel. Now, I want to make it very clear that you can still be successful competing in the CrossFit Open. You can still best your previous times and the scores from last year. You can still improve week after week. However, it may not be optimal to your performance if you're not strategically approaching your nutrition when completing these workouts. Now, the first thing we need to discuss is what makes a CrossFit Open workout any different than your typical workout. Let's say you're, a CrossFit enthusiast, you're hitting your workout 60 minutes, 5-6 times a week, you're getting some accessory work in, a couple times a week, you're doing 2-a-days. That's all fun and games. But the thing with the CrossFit Open is, number one, it's going to throw you out of your comfort zone. You literally have no idea what's coming until they are officially released. Well, compared to your normal workouts, you generally have an idea of the way your coach programs or the programs you take care of, or you know well in advance what you're expected to do. But with the CrossFit Open workouts, you have no idea. So what that does is add an additional layer of stress, which means your brain and your body are burning through more energy, maybe carbohydrates, to handle that stress. In addition to being a novel novel workout, now you're taking in an intensity that is significantly higher than you may be used to pushing yourself at. Workouts that are longer and more challenging on all facets of the workout in general that you need to be very well fueled for. Well, if you're following a paleo diet and you're not diligent with your carbohydrate selection, you're going to find yourself in a pickle. You're not going to be well fueled, and you're not going to recover well, especially if you're simply completing the CrossFit Open workout in addition to your normal training load. And what I mean by that is if you train 5 times a week, you continue to train 5 times a week, then adding the open workout as your 6th workout, compared to maybe scaling back your usual workout so you can give it your all, be well rested for that open workout. Now, another challenge people who follow the paleo diet face is that with these limitations on carbohydrates, you're stuck with a lot of very high fiber, high volume filling foods. Well, when you pick up your exercise frequency, duration, and intensity, and you need even more carbohydrates to perform well and recover even better, well, you're feeling pretty darn uncomfortably full if you're trying to stuff yourself full of fruits and vegetables to meet that lofty carbohydrate goal. And for many of you, you still may fall short of the number of carbohydrates you need, or you may eat to the point that you feel grossly full, extreme discomfort, bloated, and that's not a recipe for great performance. Taking a step back, I recommend you open up the variety when it comes to your carbohydrate choices, even if it means you're breaking some of those paleo guidelines. Preface potatoes more, get some oats in there more, have another starchy grain in your day right around your workout. Make sure you have an elaborate, well-planned workout shake that has quick digesting sugar so that you are indeed set up for success to perform your best. Break free of these guidelines for just a few days, maybe just the day before you're going to do the open workout and the day after, so that you can actually perform your best. Because I'll tell you what, if you're not really making sure you're getting all those carbohydrates when following a paleo diet, you're going to be leaving a few percent on the table. And when competition gets tougher and tougher every year, especially to advance to the next level with these CrossFit Open workouts, you want to give yourself every working tool and every little percent possible to be successful. So the message of today's 5.5 minute rant on paleo and the CrossFit Open is live a little. Break free of those guidelines. Don't be so restrictive. Fuel yourself appropriately, regardless of where those carbohydrates are coming from. Fuel up the day before, fuel up the day of, during, immediately after that CrossFit Open workout. Kick ass, have fun. And then, hey, if you have the opportunity, repeat the workout in that time frame. See if you can best your first attempt and get on with the next week. Questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'd love to answer any questions you have. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you at the next Live Nutrition Talk.